please give your cute messages, your praise, and a warm welcome to Just Fruit Salad, going by they, them, as we get into this speed run of Ittle Do. Take it away, Fruit.
Hi, this is Ittle. It's a ludosity game created in 2015. It's like a parody of Zelda. Timing starts when I go into the file. This is going to be the any percent run, so I'm only going to be collecting 2 out of the 3 weapons that you require to beat the game. So tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Hold on, let me turn you up. Losing. Okay, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Go back. Oh, okay, I'm ready now. Count me down.
Who is this little rat fox? I love him.
Wait, I didn't start yet. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'll explain the rat fox when I get there. Wait. Hello?
Yeah?
Wait, did we start?
Wait, it doesn't look like the timer started.
Okay, anyone want to count me down?
I can do it. You want 5?
Yeah, 5.
All right, here we go. Chat, count down with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rat fox!
Okay, rat fox time. So, this is the start of the game. So the entire plot is that Ittle is the main character, and Tipsy is the flying fox, and Tipsy just gives me tips, but I don't really need her, so she's just gonna give some witty lines here and there. The entire premise of the early game is that I need to collect enough coins in order to go to the shop and buy a weapon. And so the only weapon I have right now is the stick, but the stick is really good because it's my only combat tool. And essentially, the whole premise of speeding up the early game is her hitbox for swinging the stick is basically just a giant box in front of her. Oh, here's Jenny Frog, by the way. Say hello, Jenny Frog. And so you can also light your sticks on fire, so you have a fire effect behind me. You can use that to trigger some things such as torches. You can also melt ice, etc. There's a lot of different dynamics and combinations of weapons in this game, different ways. So the game wants me to buy the fire sword, but I'm actually going to skip ahead and get 300 coins instead to buy the portal wand as a intended sequence break for this game. There you go, 300 coins very quickly. Now I'm going into Itan Carver's shop to buy the portal wand, which I will actually, instead of actually buying the wand, he'll warp me to a dungeon. He'll launch me to a dungeon, actually, in which I learn how to use said weapon. So the beginning of this dungeon, not much to be said. I'm just going to be running through some enemies, so now's a good time for donations.
Let me check. I don't have any new ones coming in, but with this bid war for Hotline Miami ending at the end of this run, I do say it is time to get them in. I also know, you guys know what I'm gonna tell you? We got past 1420, now we need to get to 1469. It's a community effort. Make it happen.
Yeah, let those numbers go up, I'd say. Okay, so I'm grabbing the portal wand right now. There's 2 functions of the portal wand, the portal block placement and the portal wand projectile. Whenever I place a portal block down, whatever the projectile hits will warp to the portal block. So, like so. And the game wants me to go left, but I'm gonna go right actually because it's faster. It's like a pro route. This pedal slug isn't being nice to me. There we go. So there's generally harder puzzles in the pro route, but you can get to the dungeon and the dungeon really fast if you do the pro route right.
This is a really charming art style. When did this come out again?
It's like 2015, I believe. Or is it 2013? I'm not sure, but it's made by Ludosity, and they do a lot of hand-drawn art style games. Though they recently moved into model-type games, but They have a really charming art style that I like. So this is Jenny Deere, the first boss. She is sort of just an auto-scroller, so again, donations, good time for donations or anything to say.
For sure. Let me see. I would like to see if we can get some more incentives going on up here. We already hit the incentive for the bonus game Link the Faces of Evil, which I am incredibly excited about. I've only ever heard of it in passing, but never actually seen it be played. So that's going to be really fun. We've got the Bid Wars for the Hotline Miami character choice, and of course the songs from the music. I did it again. Firebird, I need more donations! From the music arrangement Bid War showcase. Between Sonic the Hedgehog, Banjo-Kazooie, Deltarune, Majora's Mask, Lavender Town from Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and Green, and Only Me from Animal Crossing. If any new ones come up, I will definitely let you guys know. And then, of course, there's the special incentive I offered you guys. If we manage to get to 4,200 by the end of my shift, I will sing I'm Cute from Animaniacs. And if we get to the magical 6969, I will add on the Nations of the World from Animaniacs as well. So a lot of good reasons to get donations in.
Yeah, really, a ton of amazing donations to go for.
And the prizes!
So
the prizes!
Yo, list off some of the prizes that we have. I'm completely oblivious.
Absolutely. No. I'm going to have to open it back up because I had deleted it before. I know that there's a copy of Fae Tactics, which on its icon, on its logo, has a good boy. His mouth is wide open. His tongue is just hanging out. It's adorable. We've got Steam gift cards. We've got Pokemon Perlers. We've got, apparently, your character here, basically, art piece. An art piece of a character of your choosing with a background full of plants, which, I don't know about you, but
that sounds sick.
I live in California. I haven't seen a living green plant in almost a decade, all right?
Is it actually just the Wild West?
It really is. So I don't even know if I'm eligible for that prize, but if I am and I get it, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna look up every single type of plant that exists and say, just fit as many of these into there as you can, so I can pretend that I still live in the Midwest.
Okay, so I'm moving into the most dangerous room in the game, or not in the run, and there's more dangerous rooms, but every projectile in this game is really scary because they all do a half a heart of damage, and so do the bombs, so I need to be really careful. Oh, these are Jenny Foxes, by the way. You might know her from Slap City. She is a playable character in that game as well. It's like a platform fighter. I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't get any heart drops, so I need to be really careful. Okay, I'm good now. There's this strat I would have done where I would have like blown myself up with the bomb, but I didn't have enough health for that. Get the portal block down a little faster. Okay, that went fine.
There's so much going on that I'm not able to follow it easily. It seems very heavily puzzle focused.
Yeah, this is a puzzle game with some combat-based things. Okay, this is also Jenny Berry. We'll see her very briefly, but this is the only time we'll see her, so say hi, Jenny Berry. There she goes. What a nice girl. So yeah, this is very puzzle-based. There's actually a 100% category, and there's like a master dungeon and everything for this game. Even though this game is very short, there's actually 4 different ways to beat it, so there's a lot of different variants for replayability. So I'm doing the Portal Wand and Ice Wand, which are coincidentally the 2 most expensive items in this game. You may be thinking, Fruit, why are you buying the most expensive items when you could be buying the cheaper item, the Fire Sword? And the answer to that is because of the final boss routes. There are 3 different routes. There's the Portal and Ice, there's Portal Fire, and the Ice and Fire. I'm going to be going the Ice and Fire way with the Portal and Fire, or the Portal and Ice. If I were to do the Fire and Portal route, I would have to solve a lot of slow puzzles, and that's just slower overall, even though I don't need as many coins. Here's another one-off enemy that we'll only see once in this run. He helps me solve a puzzle, thank you.
I've known him for 5 seconds and I already hate him.
He tends to do that to you. So I'm going to be getting the second and final item in this run, the Ice Wand. It's not as interesting as the Portal one, but it's still very cool. It's, pun intended, you shoot these little ice wands and they can extinguish fire, freeze enemies, freeze blocks, and see if I get good luck here. Okay, fine luck. So I need to destroy those enemies with Fire Stick to get this alternate fast routes, and if I don't, I have to go a really slow way, so... Doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it bites. Also, another enemy we'll see for like 5 seconds. It's Lean Boo. And then now we're moving on to the boss. This dungeon is actually really fast. Say hello to Licious Turnip. He's probably the most luck-based part of the run. Sometimes... The issue with this boss, sometimes he shoots his projectile too fast, other times he shoots it really slowly. And the idea is I have to make the... You have to put mirrors on the wall using the ice. Okay, so I got a fast pattern there. So it just bounces back at him, and then you gotta extinguish him. Okay. That was close to the wall, but he took a while to get there. Shoots.
I'm gonna start saying that whenever I wake up from a nap. Just be like, from the rotting earth beyond, I have returned.
Okay, try again. I don't know what that was. I wasn't really luck, I just sort of messed up. Oh. See, that's what I'm saying, like, sometimes he throws it so fast and I'm not really prepared for it. And those projectiles can also, like, break the mirror, so sometimes you can have a good setup and then he breaks the mirror, and then I'm sad. He's... Hello, come on. Okay, finally. I don't know why I was having so much trouble with that. Okay, I'll grab a heart container for safety. Because I don't really get any hearts from this point on. Until a little bit later, but... Now that we have both weapons... Actually, I didn't have the portal one for the entirety of that dungeon, but whenever I get back to the castle, the game will give it to me back. So, quickly walking back from this castle, back to the area where I need to go. Is there anything you need to say?
We do have a $5 donation from Firebird Lover saying, okay, here is another music arrangement bid war donation. Jesus. But don't ask me to count all those cute comments. There are just too many of them. Music arrangement bid war. Music arrangement bid war. Why is it so hard? I want to say like music or musmic. I want to say musmic for some reason.
Musmic, I think, yeah.
Musmic. Music arrangement bid war. It's probably because of the mint like arrangement, and then I get ahead of myself.
Okay, so this is the Fire and Ice door, but we cheese it with Fire and Portal. This portal kind of just does everything. In this room, there's a lot of different enemies, and you have to use the fire. If you light them on fire, and then if you freeze them and then light them on fire, they will instantly die. So that's the only way to kill these Titan heads, actually. And it's also just like a little bit easier to kill some of the other enemies that would otherwise die to anything else. Okay, so that went pretty well. Now we're finally at the final boss. Very long game, I know. We went through a lot of different trials, dungeons. But it's the shopkeeper. He's the guy who made the entire island. So the lore of this game is basically all the enemies were either tamed or hired by him. Like the Jennies are actually just normal people. They're not like monsters. But they're just hired to like be enemies in the dungeon.
Do you feel bad about freezing and destroying any of them after that fact?
Well, they respawn, so not really.
Okay.
I mean, it probably hurts in a moment, but you know, what doesn't hurt? Okay, so this boss is a series, actually really cool. It's a series of puzzles based off of what weapons you have. So it's actually a slightly different boss depending on what you've collected. These bombs aren't cooperating. That should be good, I think. There we go. So some of the phases you have to kill the strawmen, and you can also do that by just despawning them by being on top of them or having a portal block on top of them.
This is so cool. Like, just the fact that it has you freeze the portal and then move it, or freeze a bomb to delay its explosion. This is so unexpected, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it's like the first time I ever saw this, first time I ever saw a world record for this, my mind was just blown because I've never seen this boss done this fast. Okay, so sometimes the game soft locks here. I actually prepared a backup file in case it does, but it probably won't. Okay, it didn't. Cool. So time's gonna be here pretty soon. I need to get back to the shop and buy the raft. So not much to say here. The boss, that's probably my favorite part of the run, the Itan boss. It's just so fun whenever you can do it right. And I messed up the bombs a little bit, but the final phase especially. Okay, and time. What was my time in RTA?
I don't know if I have access to that.
Well, I got 11:57 in game time. And game time's what this game's measured by, so I did 20 minutes for RTA because of the things that can go wrong in this game, the rarities, but it's usually like 15 minutes.
I might have missed it, but what's the origin of the rat fox?
She's her sidekick. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah, she just tells you like what weapons you can and can't use in certain rooms and makes the game.
Can we get the rat fox added as a prize? Like if you donate $5, can we get entered into a raffle to win like your very own rat fox?
There needs to be Tipsy plushies. That's all I'm gonna say. Her name's Tipsy, by the way. I don't know if I said that.
I'm glad I know. Well, thank you very much. Is there any shout-outs that you want to give, Just Fruit, before we move on?
Shout-outs to the Ludosity community and Ludosity themselves. They're a very nice company, even though they've made a lot of great games, like Slap City. They even made the newest Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, so I definitely recommend giving their games a check out. And the Ludosity community is really great, and the Ittle speedrunning community is really great, and I would just like to thank my friends for encouraging me to speedrun and enter these events and help charity.
Awesome. This was a really cute game. Thank you for making the time to run it.
No problem. I really love this game. If you're looking for like a really fast, short, simple speedrun, or I guess simple's not the word, but whenever everything comes together, it flows together very nicely. If you're looking for something like that, then this is definitely a really good game that you'd want to try. And plus, it's like, the first time you ever run it, you shouldn't be... If you practice the strats, it should be like 20 minutes, below 20 minutes. So very short, very sweet. Definitely recommend giving this game a go.